everybody. Thanks for joining me here at 11:15. I appreciate your time to stop in. And I sincerely apologize that I am not working off any specific schedule as of yet. That will come shortly. I'm just, fitting this in where I can. And that will improve over time. Hopefully with the next set, now that I have more of an idea of how long it takes to really pull for everybody. So with that being said, we have Aquarius and Pisces left for the transformation advice. So without further ado, let's see what we have for Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius and their transformation. Advice for Aquarius and their transformation. Action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. I'm really glad to see for the vast majority of the signs, definite signals of moving forward. It's phenomenal. Domineering, controlling, lack of discipline, rigid, stubborn, tyrant, recklessness. Negative self-talk, releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, recovery, and moving on. Yeah, it seems like perhaps you're just in a raw emotional state right now. And, that's to be expected when you're healing from, what was most likely, a difficult period of your life that happened to literally aid in your transformation. I'm sure you've heard a variation of this, but, in my mind, you can't learn that the stove is hot unless you're the one that touches it. So, unfortunately, people can give you all sorts of advice. Give you tips and pointers like, do this, don't do that. Sometimes you just gotta touch the stove. But it's not for nothing. Surely not for nothing. Any further advice for Aquarius and their transformation? Any further advice for Aquarius and their transformation? And this one did land halfway. Courage, confident, independence, focus, zest for life, determination, joy. Self-respect, self-confident, introverted, selfishness, jealousy, and insecurity. So I'd imagine you're probably going back and forth on those feelings, just fighting the negative self-talk, having good moments and bad. That's the price you pay for being introspective and, really taking your life seriously and looking at yourself on a deeper level. I mean, it can be difficult. And, I used to be the type of person who thought, who would want to live a life where they weren't looking deep at their core, at their issues, and attempting to be better. But you know what? It seems rather pleasant. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of those people sometimes. I really am. Living in the past, forgiveness, lacking playfulness, moving forward, leaving home, independence. That's the second mention of independence we have here. And the second mention of living in the past as well. It might be worth your while to really attempt some journaling, perhaps. you know, just really get to the root of some things that are still sticking around. I mean, only you will know the specific things that you find bothersome on a day-to-day basis. Finding workarounds to those, finding your silver linings in those traumatic events that happen to you that still plague your mind on a daily. You know, if you can counteract those negative memories with, you know, this good thing wouldn't have happened if not for this bad thing. You know, it takes some time, but you can positive self-talk yourself into a better place. You really can do it. Any further advice for Aquarius on their transformation? Personal transition, resistance to change, unfinished business, emotional baggage. Yeah, seems like there's quite a bit, and it definitely hinders your progress. Secrets, harm, hidden agenda, disconnected from intuition, withdrawal, silence, selfish, shallowness, ignorance, and misunderstanding. Trying one more time, indecision, aimless drifting, avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss. You know, this is really calling for deep introspection, but, you know, it's also alluding to the fact that perhaps the person we're talking to here maybe has never done that before. Maybe you've never felt the need. Maybe that in itself is your transformation. Maybe you're becoming a person who is going to begin to be more willing to really dig deep within yourself and figure yourself out. Do we have anything further for advice for Aquarius and their transformation? And I do not say that, you know, to be rude or to point a finger or anything, not in a judgmental way. Like I said, you know, I get a little jealous of that superpower sometimes because, you know, it's just not my strong suit. Any further advice for Aquarius and their transformation? I am going to take this card that got stuck earlier. Moodiness, disappointment, overactive imagination, and jealousy. Having open, honest conversations with whomever it is that you feel this moodiness and jealousy toward, it can do nothing but good. You know, even if it ends up being an argument, you know, you end up learning from that more than what you knew when you started. And you can maybe get some feelings out into the open and really air some grievances. I'm not saying scream and piss and moan. I'm saying, you know, have a nice, calm conversation with whomever you're dealing with. You know, perhaps the person who has caused you some of this anxiety and turmoil in your daily life, you know, perhaps that's someone who is still in your life. You know, maybe it would be a good idea to sit down and have a really open, honest, heart-to-heart talk with them and try to get some resolution. Do we have any further advice for Aquarius and their transformation? Your transformation really could just be, you know, getting answers to questions like, yeah, and that thing that you did to me in 1992, like, what was your motivation for that? You know, it could be. Shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. Well, there's definitely a laundry list of good things to call attention to if you suffer with any of those afflictions. Yeah, in order to transform into a better version of yourself. If you struggle with any of those things, for sure. I'm not saying it's as easy as, you know, knowing that there's a problem, but I mean, admitting to yourself that you have an issue, that's the first step. You know, getting real with yourself and getting real with the people around you. It seems like that's the theme here. Shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships. With the mention of that serious talk, I mean, you could fix. I mean, if both people are ready, willing, and able to listen to one another, not judge, put in the work necessary, you know, you could stand a chance at repairing. That could be part of the transformation as well. You could be transforming your relationship, or you could be transforming out of it. You know, these cards don't necessarily get amazingly specific. So there may be things going on for you that are unforgivable trespasses in your situation. You know, only you would know. Exhaustion, giving up, destroyed confidence, overwhelmed, overly protective. Seems like a break of some sort might be a good idea as well. You know, and I just had the thought, you know, if you attempt this conversation, if you knock on that door, they just might answer. They just might be willing this time to work with you. Doing it all, carrying the burden, delegation, release, overstressed, and burnout. Yeah, you may definitely be in a scenario like this for sure, and maybe that's why you haven't had this conversation. Perhaps the person or people that would be involved don't seem that they would be receptive to your thoughts and concerns and questions. This very well may be indicating that a change is possible here. Past resentment, desire to reconcile, making amends, and desire to forgive. Yeah, it seems like you're definitely being led to resolve any past issues with anyone who may be just sitting in your head and, you know, really clearing the air. Now, only you can decide how to go about that, considering your personal circumstances, but it seems like you're definitely being egged in that direction. All right, Aquarius, I think that's about all we have for you here. I'm going to move on to Pisces. I hope that this was helpful for you. Hey, Pisces. Thank you for your time. Thanks for stopping in to watch. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you resonated. Hell, comment if you didn't. Comment if you've got a great recipe for chicken salad. I don't know. Just put something down there. Let's see. What do we have for you, Pisces? Planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans. Bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, negative phase. Preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise, expansion, overseas opportunities. Overseas opportunities doesn't necessarily mean literally overseas, FYI. But it looks like you're well aware and on the right track already. You may already, be making preparations to improve things. This looks excellent to start. Let's get some further advice for Pisces on their transformation. Further advice for Pisces. I feel compelled to give these a good shuffle. Good. Further advice for Pisces. Love, harmony, relationships, union, partnership, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, strength of two together. Liking that. Looks like you may be realizing some negative patterns in your relationship and you're rededicating yourself to the try. Illusion, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious premonitions. You very well might be thinking that there's some funny business going on in your relationship. It's always my stance. The open, honest conversation is always the way to go. No fussing, fighting, screaming, accusations, none of that. Communicating like adults. Because you know what? The people that are special to us in our lives, they're worth the effort. They're worth the effort of talking to like someone you love. Mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas. And this may be foggy right now. You saw how that zoomed in and out a little bit. You might be in a little bit of a foggy area about these breakthroughs and new ideas at the moment. Sharp mind, new conflict, surgery. Yeah, maybe in this case, surgery is referring to cutting out toxic behaviors in the relationship in order to kind of improve. Lack of commitment, greediness, laziness, procrastination, learning from failure. Yeah, sounds like you're definitely being called to put more effort toward this relationship right now. Definitely calling for more effort, some dedication, realignment of the values of the couple as a whole. Any other advice for Pisces at this time? Any further advice? Kind of half and half here. Personal transition, resistance to change, unfinished business, emotional baggage. Transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, and moving on. Yeah, this might just call for letting go of some things that may have been difficult spots in the past, deciding to let bygones be bygones and, having a good, honest, open discussion about it, but then also releasing it. And that means not using it as a power play later on, not rubbing the other person's nose in it, not holding it over their head, showing actual forgiveness for whatever the issues are that become resolved. Do we have anything further for the Pisces transformation? Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. And at first glance, I know that can seem like that may be a splitting off from the relationship, but I really don't think so. I think that's more having that excitement about the relationship again. Really choosing to not only do the mundane things together, but, make time for being excited to spend time together again. Do we have... Really? Okay. Do we have anything else for... advice for Pisces transformation? Self-doubt, lack of awareness, inner critic, self-loathing, punishment, destruction, ignoring the call. Yeah. Sharing your thoughts and concerns with your partner is probably going to be amazingly helpful here. Presuming that your partner is ready, willing, and able to hear you and comprehend and assist you. Do we have anything further for Pisces and their transformation? I feel like there's one card, like something is not sure if it wants to throw it. Thank you. That's where it was. Unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. Thank you. Hopefully, this is who you're dealing with. This is what you need. This is how you need your person to show up. Now, it doesn't matter, queen, king, jester, whatever. It doesn't matter the sexuality of the partner involved. What matters is what this card embodies. So, the unbiased judgment of your thoughts and feelings, yes, that's very important. You need that right now. The direct communication, that needs to be free-flowing for both people. Clear-minded and perceptive. Yes, those would also be very helpful qualities for both your partner and you to have for this conversation. It seems like you really need to get down to the nitty-gritty and share these thoughts and concerns. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, and defeat. Perhaps an ending in the past is giving you some... Don't mind that noise in the background. My cat is playing with a cardboard box. But anyway, it is stinking adorable. Anyhow, it really seems like maybe all of these thoughts and concerns and worries and insecurities that you hold and kind of sit as a fog in this relationship, perhaps they've come from a previous issue with a previous person entirely. Any further advice for Pisces on their transformation? Anything further for Pisces? Anything further for Pisces? Ooh, howdy. Okay, so we landed half here. Let's see what we have. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, investment. This is a marriage. If we hadn't figured this out already, I'm definitely getting marriage vibes here. There's, lack of long-term vision. Herein lies the problem. Limited success or reward, work without results, and distractions. Yeah, it looks like we need to have a discussion, and we need to make plans to make things a little less mundane again. The Empress, abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good, parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. Yeah, that's definitely your end goal here for certain. Yeah, it seems like you're being asked to really take the time, make the effort. It looks like your partner is going to be ready, willing, and able to hear your feelings and concerns, which is excellent. It looks like maybe you both just feel like, there are concerns from the past that don't even necessarily have anything to do with this current partnership, but nonetheless, we're all humans, we all have our experiences, and, they say if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, that's a fucking duck. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be worth taking the time, putting the time in, being open and honest with your communication on both sides, and really preserving this and bringing the excitement back. Definitely a need at this time. All right, Pisces, I think that's all we have for you today. Take care. Best wishes. Thank you again for spending your time. Thanks for stopping in. I wish you all the best. Thanks again.